It stinks.
What's up, guys? Jess here, Model Citizen. Shout out to everyone who remembers The Critic. Why am I starting today's video with a clip and soundbite from The Critic? Because today we're going to be talking about Stinky merch. We've all experienced it. We've all purchased it. We've all had to wear it. And hopefully we will be providing you some tips and tricks to help avoid that. Whether you're a consumer shopping online, or you're a business or a brand who might be looking for, retail merch or, promotional giveaways, company workwear, whatever it is you want to be wearing, you want to have quality garments that use quality decoration techniques and are things that either your customers and your coworkers are wearing and are very happy with, or you yourself just purchased something that you love to wear after spending your hard-earned money on it. So where do we start? Earlier this week, we posted an infographic outlining all of the specs and features for the garments that we are using for Model Citizen Creature Comforts. It outlines the style, the weight, the fabric, the fit, the feel, the decoration techniques we're using. It outlines everything so you know or should know exactly what you're getting. And we know, I've been doing this a long time, these are all garments that I wear. These are garments that I love. These are garments that I know how they fit, how they feel, that they're gonna stand up through multiple washes. They're not gonna shrink up, they're not gonna fall apart. These are great garments. But as an average consumer, as an average person who may be looking for retail merch for their brand or company workwear for their staff, promotional giveaways, whatever it is, how can you feel comfortable knowing that what you're about to purchase, what you're about to buy is actually something quality that you're going to be happy with? And we've all been there. We've all spent too much money on something that showed up and it's just an utter disappointment. Unfortunately, we're as consumers, we're all being bamboozled a little bit. We're all, victims of great marketing, great advertising. Things look shiny and new and awesome. You spend all your hard-earned money on them and then you get them and it's disappointing. And I know for me, knowing what garments are good, what techniques should be used when printing or embroidering or doing whatever you're doing to these garments, putting DTF transfers on them, there's a time and a place for everything. And I know for me, I go to gift shops, I want to buy something, we're doing a family trip and we want the memory, we want to buy the souvenir, the piece of merchandise. You go to a concert, you want to buy the band merchandise for your favorite bands. The prices are often way too high, in my opinion. And I look at them and I'm like, I'm not buying that shirt. I'm not buying that for $40. I'm not buying that hoodie for $60 because I know what that hoodie costs. And I know that that is going to shrink up and is not going to be something comfortable that I want to wear over and over again. And it's disappointing because me now being an apparel snob, I can't buy it. And so I'll, get a koozie or, something that I don't have to wear because I'm just not going to like it. And I've brought a couple samples that I want to show. And these are gifts that I have received from my family, which I love and are very thoughtful. But again, you get them, and whether it's the person who is purchasing the garments for the business not being given the right recommendations or just trying to save a couple bucks on the bottom line. And trust me, there are ways to get in premium garments without breaking the budget. There are quality budget brands out there that you can get away with for your giveaway tees or your merch or whatever it is. And there's pretty easy ways to spot it too. The immediate first thing is just by the feel. Does it feel like a quality garment or not? Like, it's pretty simple to tell. If you've ever felt, I'm sure you have shirts that you like, and I'm sure you have shirts that you don't like, and you can tell the difference. And so I want to illustrate a couple examples here. First one, I love this novelty in theory. My wife bought this for me as a hilarious Christmas gift a couple years ago. I've worn this probably 2 or 3 times. Mother's Day, anniversaries, special occasions, whatever, when I want to be funny. And it's okay, layering underneath, a jacket or a shirt or something like that. But like, I'm going to show you a couple things, and I have no idea how much this cost, but like, I'm going to show you what's wrong with this. I mean, number one, this tag is a no brand. It's no brand. It says 100% cotton in English, and it says 100% cotton, I assume, next to it in Chinese. It is not any kind of brand at all. This fit okay the first time I wore it. I shrunk it, it immediately fit up. Problem number 2 with this. This is a DTF transfer printed on the front of this shirt. There's nothing wrong with DTF transfers in the right setting. And not all DTF transfers are created equal either. When you don't want to use a DTF transfer is when it's a big blocky print like this, because no matter what you're using, it's gonna feel plasticky. You've all seen it. It's gonna feel weighted. It's not gonna feel great. And if you came up closely, you can kind of see around the edges here that it's getting a little, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's starting to peel a little bit. These are not the highest quality transfers to use. And so in theory, I love this. I love the shirt. It's great. And how could my wife know? It's a good question. If you're a consumer shopping online, take your time before you purchase it to try and find out what kind of garment they're using. Ask customer support, like what, if the product description doesn't tell you, try product support. Make sure you find out what their return policy is, because you may want to return it. In my opinion, even if you stick with the shirt, this is going to look much better as a direct to garment print on something like this, which is what we're doing at Model Citizen Creature Comforts. We do DTF transfers, and there are great settings for DTF transfers. They typically, this Amy on the top is fine for a DTF transfer. You can use it because there's space. It's not going to be too heavy. If you have something that has space and allows the fabric to breathe, cool, do it. If it's just a left chest print or even a full back print, a little better, but full chest prints with a DTF transfer that doesn't have room in between the print is typically, it's going to wear really heavy, and you're probably not going to be too happy with it, wearing it over and over again as like a daily, weekly, wardrobe staple. I got a couple others here, and these are both, so I can't tell you how many times I've seen this. So this is a shirt from Tequamanon Falls. We went on a family trip last summer up to the UP where my sister lives for her wedding, and we stopped at Tequamanon Falls, and we decided as a family, we're in the gift shop, we are being hilarious, and we all want to get matching family souvenir gift shop shirts. So we go in, and I see immediately that they are using the Gildan heavy cotton tee. I'm sorry, Gildan, you do have a few styles out there that are decent that I would wear, but they're soft style, they're heavy tee. You're gonna save a couple bucks, but the feel of this shirt is kind of itchy and scratchy. It shrinks up right away. And this again is something I've worn a few times. The print is fine. Screen printed. This is actually glow in the dark ink, which is really cool. Amy got the same shirt, Nora got the same shirt, like super cute for the novelty of it and wearing it a few times. But, you know, the price wasn't too bad. You know, so we bit the bullet. I've worn it a few times, but definitely like a cool kitschy shirt like I would wear more often if I enjoyed the style and comfort of the shirt. Very similar right here. You know, my stepdaughter went to Seattle, and you know, I love music history, I love everything about it. She went to the Museum of Pop Culture out there, brought me back this gift shirt. Amazing, I love it. The shirt is awesome. But again, what are they printing on? Gildan heavy cotton. This shirt stinks. Like, it's not a great quality shirt. And again, it shrinks up. It's just not the fit and feel you want. And so for, you know, the money that you're spending on these things, it's hard to go to gift shops. And whether it's, again, the people who are buying don't know better, or it's a budgetary constraint, but if you are purchasing stuff at the price point that most stuff is selling for, the companies, the brands you're buying from should be able to spend the extra buck or two so that their consumers, the people wearing the shirts, are happy with them. There's really no excuse for that except for just plain ignorance of not knowing any better, and the person who is sourcing and printing the garments for you is not doing a good job telling you what is a good quality tee and what is not. So, you know, and I, you know, like I said, I see it all the time, and, you know, to try and save a couple bucks and offer things that are not great quality, it's just like, it, you know, from a brand standpoint, why would you ever want to do that? Because if you're a brand who's trying to build trust and loyalty amongst your consumers, like, that's not the way to do it. And even if you're giving away the t-shirts, even if you're giving away swag, like, you might as well just take your money, light it on fire, because if you're buying these cheap garments that nobody's gonna wear except maybe to sleep in and do some yard work, you're getting no promotional brand value out of that. So you are, instead of spending a buck or two more, you're just throwing all your money away, because no one's gonna wear that stinky merch that you are selling. So that's it, guys. So I mean, look, tips and tricks to, you know, avoid that. Like I said, if you're a consumer, look into the product details. If you're unsure, talk to, you know, try and talk to customer service or their AI chatbot or whatever they got going on there. Try and look in the facts, see what the print technique is. Are they using a transfer that's a big blocky print? Or are they screen printing it? Or are they, you know, using direct to garment printer? Are they embroidering it? What are they doing? Try and find that out. Try and find out what garment they're using, what specs the garment is, and make sure that it's something that fits nicely for you. I want to show you now, like, you know, I brought in, I'm wearing one of our Creature Comfort shirts. This is a large. I'm about 6 foot, 190 pounds for all those who are curious. I have worn this several times, washed it several times. It's got that faded vintage look. It's printed directly into the garment. It's not laying on top like a transfer. It's great high quality. It's a great fit. This is a good mid-weight, 5.5 ounce. You know, and then you have right here, again on our Citizen tee, this is Sunny's Dorothy Monroe. Bright, vibrant print, printed right directly onto the garment. That is not a transfer that's just sitting on top. That is into the fabric. It will hold up wash after wash. You know, again, we have, you know, the Mo Limit J5. More of a vintage print on that one, a little bit distressed, looks faded and vintage on it, but again, it's going to hold up, printed right directly on the garment. And then this is actually a great example right here. So this is Jacinto's Cruel Heart design, and this is a great example. This is on our heavyweight Boulevard tee. So this has the drop shoulder, the longer sleeves. It's a little bit more of a boxy fit. You got the thicker double stitched neckline here that's really going to hold up, and this is garment washed, so it immediately has that like broken, lived in feel. I love these shirts. But you see with this one, and you see a lot of these square boxy graphic tees, and this is not a transfer. This is printed directly on it, so it lays into the fabric. It feels great, and even though it is a boxy print, it's got flex, it's got give, it flows with the garment, so you can wear it very, very comfortably. So yeah, those are, last but not least, we have another Sunny Dorothy Monroe sample print here. This is on our measure crew neck. This is a faded, again, garment washed. This is a relaxed fit, drop shoulder, double stitched, very comfortable, printed directly into a thicker, heavyweight fleece here. Still looks great, color still pops, still gonna hold up, still gonna give you that lived in feel right when you buy it. All right, guys, that about wraps it up for me today. I hope you found this video eye-opening, somewhat educational, and I just wanted to illustrate a couple things that, one, like here at Model Citizen Creature Comforts, we're only using top of the line premium garments at a reasonable price that you're going to be very happy with. The fit, the feel, the quality, the prints, you're going to be happy with everything. You're going to wear it again and again. You're going to wash it again and again. It's going to stand up, and it's going to be a staple in your wardrobe. If you are that discerning consumer, just be on the lookout. Try to understand, what garment's being printed on, what type of technique they're using to decorate the shirt, and hopefully if you are spending too much money on something, it is at least a premium quality garment and print that you are spending your money on. And if you are a business or a brand, consider forking over that extra dollar or whatever it is to step up into, a more premium selection that your customers, the people you're promoting to, whether it's retail or giveaway or for your staff, that they are quality, whether it's name brand or not name brand, a quality garment that people are going to be happy with and they're going to want to wear again and again too, and is going to be a favorite shirt, so that you're getting that promotional value out of it and you're building that trusted brand loyalty by putting your name on something that you personally wear and endorse. All right, y'all. Peace.